Lately, we have seen a spike in new announcements for MMOs on mobile devices, both for crossovers from already released IPs and new IPs. Are these developers just trying to cash in for a pretty penny by developing on mobile devices, or are they really trying to evolve the mobile gaming genre? Not too long ago, I made a top 10 upcoming list for all MMOs, and I'll be honest, if I could go back and change a few things in the list, I would, but we are here to discuss the area of mobile MMOs. MMOs are hard to bring the freedom when it comes to being on mobile devices, but there are times when sometimes you're a little bit bored and you just feel like pulling out your phone to play a game, so why not it be an MMO? Mobile games are now being focused on more because developers see the large profit margin when it comes to microtransactions on mobile devices. It also seems that these games are starting to get more of a community and therefore seeing huge strides in having nicer graphics and more features within the game, therefore bringing more content. Well, these games are up and coming, so it's possible that their development path will change, but here I will try my best at using my special powers to predict the future. Here I bring to you the top 8 upcoming mobile MMOs of 2016 to 2017. Icarus M. As we've just recently received Riders of Icarus in the West not too long ago, We Made Entertainment have announced that they are releasing a mobile version that will be running on the Unreal Engine 4, featuring boss battles, creature taming, and the ability to soar through the skies in-game, much similar to the PC version. Now, the combat looks pretty similar to many of the current mobile MMOs, but the features that set it apart is not with the combat, it's with the mount flying and creature taming. I don't believe there is a current release date for this game, but it is looking good currently in the state that it is, and I'm kind of anxious to try this one out on a mobile device. Archeage begins. Some of you are probably more than familiar with Archeage. XL Games decided to take their atmosphere with Archeage and put it in the mobile world. The high numbering on this one is reason behind its little amount of information that we currently have, and the only information we have currently is that XL Games and Gameville had plans as of a couple weeks ago to release this title in August. As someone who has played Archeage all the way to endgame, and much like many others who ended up moving away from the game, I'm actually kind of excited to see what types of features that they release with for their mobile version. I'm also kind of excited to see how much it will resemble the PC version. Not really graphics wise, but feature wise. I'm actually really excited to see this one, and hopefully we'll see this one actually come out in August and not later. Dragon Nest Mobile. Maybe you remember Dragon Nest. Along with the other knockoff versions that have released in the past, there will be another Dragon Nest mobile title floating in the air, except this one is looking like it plays and feels a little bit more like the original version that released on PC. It's also simultaneously being announced with the sequel to the original Dragon Nest version. If you have never played or heard about Dragon Nest, it plays as a dungeon crawler that focuses a lot on skill. I was able to play this game a bit back when it released in open beta, which was a good amount of time ago, and at the time the combat felt refreshing to me. It was a time where action combat was starting to take off, so this game I'm actually excited to see where it goes with the development, and hopefully we'll see it soon. Ragnarok Mobile. This very popular MMO is getting a ported version over to mobile devices. The summer testing for the game will be exclusive to China, but eventually it's going to go over to South Korea and Japan after. But unfortunately, we have no word on a Western release. Currently, a lot has been planned for the game, such as Guild Wars, the manual stat adding, which was in the original version, and a media event to announce the launch schedule. If you are a fan of the original PC version, then this is a mobile title that could be worthy of your time, and hopefully it will not be flooded with pay-to-win microtransactions. The Tale of the Lost City Online. Do you guys think this one looks a little bit similar to Tree of Savior? Well, it's actually a clone of it for your mobile device, but it's not coming from the same developer or publisher. There are a lot of mixed reviews from what I've seen on the internet currently, some obviously saying good things about it, and then you get those people who are blatantly ripping on the game for its almost identical graphics and sprites, and then some that just think it's better than what Tree of Savior has to offer. Similar to other mobile MMO games that are out currently, it gives you the option to do a full autoplay, meaning if you're feeling a little bit lazy, it will put your character on auto run and then do all the killing for you. As for features, it's similar to Tree of Savior, but for a mobile version. Soul Worker Online. This title, being published by Gameforge for both North America and Europe, is actually very interesting. In-game, you choose between 6 different types of weapons to differ how you want to play your character. The game keeps you involved with crafting to help you build up some more powerful weapons along the way. The characters build up their soul, which is a very powerful move, almost like an ultimate type of ability, and then from there, it can also be chained together with another player to form an even more devastating attack that is called coordination. Currently, you can play the Japanese version, but there is no current word yet for a Western release date. Legend of Mir. This might be confused with the other Legend of Mir mobile game that is currently generating over $100 million every single month in China. This one is a little bit more graphically fluid and a smoother style for what you can see for MMOs on a mobile device, and this one is running on the Unreal Engine 4, much like other ones are releasing with. The game will feature 4 different playable characters that you will be able to choose from, and in the future, they're planning on implementing a PK system. Its art style seems to resemble something like Age of Wushu, and it has a similar feeling and atmosphere with its subtle yet smooth soundtrack. Lineage 2 Revolution. How can I do this title justice? I mean, from the looks of the graphics alone, it seems like it's putting up a match against a lot of the MMOs we see for PCs. I'm sure many of you know the Lineage IP, so we're getting a game that will have a great backstory behind it. It was announced over a year ago, but I don't think anyone was really expecting NCSoft to come together with Netmarble and make something so great looking. Alright, enough about the graphics, what about the gameplay? What features will this mobile MMO have? It will have both features that you see on the PC version, along with some unique ones including Siege War and Blood Vessel. You will be able to choose from 4 different races and 3 different classes, and the game will not race lock you. There is apparently a Lineage 2 VIP night event that only 300 people are allowed to attend. That is going on August 13th in Seoul, Korea, and I'm sure we'll see some more gameplay come out of that. Later in the year, this title will release on the App Store and Google Play. It's definitely a title that looks to push the boundaries for the mobile MMOs. Hopefully, it lives up to the hype. Alright, that's gonna do it for me. If I didn't include an MMO on this list that you think I should have, then let me know in the comment section below. As always, that's gonna do it for me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.